What's going on YouTube? This is your boy Ash the Man. Thank you so much for definitely tuning in for me. Now we're going to be doing the review for Tokyo Ghoul Read Chapter 153. Now, very interesting point that we are at. They kicking the operation in motion in which they want to try to retrieve Kaneki and the debris flesh of the mutation that he's rapidly been going through. Now this mutation created the Dark Hour, which I'm calling it, in which like there was a chapter that had no type of subtitles or anything because of the fact that, pretty much you were just consuming everything in sight. You just see that the tentacles were just traveling through and everything. So it was creepy as hell, but it was real good if you ask me. Now, it looked kind of crazy because it had like these tentacles have like a bunch of eyeballs on it, not just like normal size eyeballs or anything like that. Like shit was like, I would say it's double man size to say the least. Now, in the terms of this, when we take a look into like what's been going on now, the operation again is to retrieve Kaneki in the middle of this in hopes of to stop the rapid mutation from consuming the city, the peoples, and also the ghouls. Because if it gets beyond the city, it may be out of their control. So right now, since the thing mutation is at a pause, they want to kick this operation into gear so they can be able to stop it. Now, in the terms of this, while they are traveling to try to retrieve Kaneki's body, one of the eyes open. Now, in the terms of this eye open, they already know that the eye was going to open. So, in terms of this, why the operation going, but they have to keep it going so that they can, put a stop to this. Now, in the terms of this, they spawn these little man-eaters. Don't know what the man-eaters are. Could be people that he consumed. Could be ghouls that he consumed. Right now, it's up in the air. Me personally, I just think that anything that he did consume, reconstruction of the body, and now we got man-eaters. They was pretty much biting off the head of humans. His group, Ghoul, went in to defend the CCG because they are working together to try to stop this. So, they're putting the plan into motion, going to a little bumps here. Can't wait to see the next chapter, how this junk rolls out. Now, however, Tokyo Cut and Toru is actually going head to head. Now, of course, Toru really looked up to Kaneki when he was a say, pretty much because that was, at the time, his persona was why he didn't have any of his memories. Now, as they going on, of course, Tokyo-ka is not in full strength. Let's be honest, Tokyo-ka is not weak. Not saying she's OP either, but she is definitely a lot faster than what they're making it. Now, she is pregnant. That may have a lot of things to do with it, but she's not up to par. Now, with that being said, she's at a disadvantage. She gets blindsided, gets pinned to the ground, and pretty much Toru finds out that Tokyo-ka and Kaneki is, husband and wife. So kind of like freaking out there. You see, they're going through some type of psychological, state. It's definitely interesting, So it's a lot of things that's going on. Tokyo Ghoul is good for having one thing going on with another. It's definitely great for doing that. You never know what's going to happen when you got like more than one situation happen at the same time. We can only just imagine that right now things are stirring up and it's going to keep on going into the pot. Now, with that being said, we have to consider this chapter to definitely be and put it in a great direction. Now, I am hinting that Tokyo Ghoul Read is just going to end off like how the regular Tokyo Ghoul manga did, like ending it off and then having some like time skip. I think it's well worth it because there's a lot of answers that we don't have. I don't think Read is going to be the last one. I mean, we all could tell that they want to make sure we get the answers because with Tokyo Ghoul Read, we found out things. People came back into the light who we thought was dead. It's kind of one of those things like, hey, we got mysteries. You unravel something to a mystery that we need to unravel later. Now, I do want to talk the progression of the operation. The progression of the operation is definitely going to go into their stumbles. I think it's going to be to a point to where Kaneki may not even want them to retrieve him or at least, kill him or something. Because he always has this, like, word guilt about his existence. His existence and the way that they, kind of like, plotted and made him into a ghoul, because everything come to find out is that the CCG has, put it up to where Kaneki was actually set up for Rize to, pretty much get damaged like that and being turned into a ghoul, pretty much him being an experiment that they couldn't control. Now, also, the status of Kaneki in the mutation. Now, I don't know what this is going to do to him, Because, last time he went against Armora and he pretty much, lost that fight, he was captured. He was locked in the cell, going crazy. He didn't know what to think. He was just like losing his mind. He just lost his best friend. And he thought he lost his best friend, but now of course, he's alive, but he basically was just going crazy. And to where he went crazy to the point, to a psychological state, to where he actually created another persona of himself, which didn't share the memories of Kaneki. He liked that dormant away to try to, I guess, live a different life. Not sure what's his reasons for it, but I'm just hinting off. They probably mentioned it before, but don't pay attention to little stuff like that. Now, in the terms of what's going on with the State of Decay, now I'm not sure how the city is going to recover this. I'm not sure what it's going to be known as. I'm not sure how all the reactions are going to be, because I don't think that as Ghoul's existence is all coming to an end, or is it something just in Tokyo, or how else is going to go. But it's definitely going to take some time to recover, and that's what's really going to lead on to them doing the third arc of it. Now, the third arc, I'm not sure what's it going to be, what's it going to be called, or what kind of hints they're giving off for it. But I can say this is going to be an interesting way to see it. Now, at first, I was thinking that maybe something's going to happen to Tokyo Cub, and I'm still thinking that it is. Something's going to happen. Either they're going to lose their child, she's going to get hurt. But we know Kaneki is probably not going to go anywhere as the main character, but something's going to happen. Something's going to make him go even crazier than I think now. I mean, because he went crazy because they hurt Tokyo. Cause they just dashed the arm or something like that, and he just went totally crazy. Very interesting, very good, very much enjoying it. So right now, Tokyo Ghoul chapter is still doing good. I think this chapter is very well put together. I mean, even though they got like two situations going on, for them still having a more engaging chapter each time is kind of amazing, because you don't get like many mangas that can do like more than one situation and still keep you drawn in, like, okay, what's going on here, what's going on there. It's very interesting to see them like multitask with, what to do and what's going on versus of, like how, the normal structure is where they focus on one task at a time. But however, this is really interesting. Excuse me. But yeah. But I just want to thank you guys for definitely tuning in for this. I mean, I'm going to bring you next week when Tokyo Ghoul updates, for the chapter 154. Can't wait to check it out and see it, read it, get a little bit of answer for it. This was definitely a lot quicker than looking at Dragon Ball Z, but honestly, Tokyo Ghoul is right now literally my favorite thing to take a look at, because for some reason I really like Tokyo Ghoul, so this is very interesting. So yeah, again, thank you so much for definitely tuning in. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment at the bottom, give me a thumbs up, definitely appreciate that. Ash the Man is out. Bye.